What's up, future saints? What's up, St. Philip family? All right, cross check. You got your cross? Can you see my cross? Oh, all right. Do you have your cross? Have you been carrying your cross? Have you been taking it up joyfully? Hopefully you still have it, because we just hit the halfway point. This past Sunday, we celebrated Laetare Sunday. Laetare in Latin means rejoice. You can say that after me. Laetare, laetare, rejoice. Rejoice, Jerusalem. And why are we rejoicing? Because we're halfway there. And in the midst of Lent, just like Advent, we have a Sunday called Gaudete Sunday, which also means rejoice. We have this joyful moment where we realize that even though we're in the desert, even though we're taking up our cross, we're going along the way of the cross, Jesus has already won, and Jesus is with us. And so we have this joyful moment to be encouraged by the church. And so Laetare Sunday, we put some flowers in the church, we put the organ on a little bit, and we try to lift ourselves up. The church wants to encourage you and encourage me to be strengthened to persevere to the end. So rejoice. I hope you took a moment for joy this weekend, and we wore pink. It's the Pink Sunday, and it's such a gift. Two Sundays a year we get to wear pink, and that was a gift. So I hope you're feeling encouraged, future saints. Even no matter what's happened the first half of Lent, we have the second half, and we can recommit. We can take up our cross joyfully again. And today's Monday, and so Monday motivation. Let's recommit to whatever it is we wrote on our cross, whatever it is that we've named for Lent, whatever we're doing. Let's recommit today to be more faithful to that and to take up our cross joyfully. And we continue our Stations of the Cross with the 9th station. Jesus falls the 3rd time. We adore you, O Christ, and we praise you, because by your holy cross you have redeemed the world. Jesus has been persevering in carrying his cross. He's been through the agony in the garden. He's been through the arrest and waiting and spending the whole night. He's been through the scourging. He's been through the judgment. He's been through that first part of carrying the cross. He's fallen 2 times. He's been beaten. He's been mocked. He's been scorned. He's been spit upon. He's met the weeping women. He's met his mother. Simon has helped him carry his cross. And his body is so weak. You know that those who have really researched and studied the Passion, they say it's a miracle. It's a miracle that Jesus even made it to the cross. At this point, he would have had so many parts of his body would have been shutting down because of how much blood he lost, because of how tired he was. And he's carrying this cross. And so he falls a 3rd time. He falls a 3rd time. His body is so weak. And maybe we've experienced physical weakness like that, where we just can't even stand, where we can't get back up, just this physical exhaustion. And what I want us to reflect on in this 3rd fall, the 3rd and final fall of Jesus, is the experience of the suffering of repeated failure. When we try and we try and we try and we continue to fall over and over and over again, whether it's a sin that we just can't seem to get rid of, or if there's this struggle we have in school or in work or in our marriage or in our families or in relationships, it just seems like over and over and over again, I make the same mistake. I fall into weakness again, over and over again. It can be discouraging to have repeated failure. Jesus, he got up again. Even though he fell 3 times, he got up again, and he continued to carry the cross. He continued to focus on his Father, keeping his gaze fixed, continued to focus on you and me and on what he was doing for us. He didn't live for himself. He was living for you and for me. And he didn't allow the shame of falling again to stop him from what he knew he was called to do, to take up his cross joyfully, to make it all the way to Calvary. And so, brothers and sisters, for us, if we struggle with, if there's something in our life that we just continue to fail at over and over and over again, something I want you to remember this very carefully. Remember this. This is Father Jacques Philippe. He says, discouragement is never from God. Listen again. Discouragement is never from God. And discouragement is the number one tactic, or one of the primary tactics of the enemy. Because what does discouragement do? It makes us focus on our weakness and focus on ourselves, and we isolate our weakness from the grace of God. And then Satan wins. But if we focus on the strength that comes from God, if we get up again and we seek his mercy, he gives it to us, he strengthens us, and we can continue to take up our cross joyfully after him. So brothers and sisters, we ask for the grace in this third station to continue getting up. It doesn't matter how many times we fall down. What matters is how many times we get up. Have a great week, future saints. Let's continue to take up our cross joyfully every day this week. God bless.
To how I carry the crosses in my life with joy, I think back to something that a priest friend from college used to say a lot. He had this expression, do your best and let God do the rest. And that's really shaped my mindset in how I embrace the crosses that God places in my life. I know that they're going to be a challenge to carry, but each one is a challenge that I can bear with God, which is what I'm meant to do. I'm meant to do my best and then let God do the rest.
And together we help each other carry our crosses. Patrick and I are actually about to celebrate our 4th anniversary this June, and one of our favorite gifts from our wedding day is actually this crucifix. It was given to us and blessed by priests who celebrated our wedding mass, and it is a visible sign in our home that we see every day that reminds us that as a married couple, we don't have to bear any cross alone, that our crosses are each other's, and that we help each other carry our cross by communicating with each other when something does arise, and then we also help each other bring our crosses to God.
And this is the path to holiness. The path to holiness is full of crosses, so we're meant to carry each cross in our lives and do so together, and that's how we pursue heaven.
Boys and girls, how do we carry the cross like Jesus and let our light shine?
Pre-K 3B will carry their crosses joyfully by being
Hey Pre-K 3C, how do we carry our cross joyfully?